Now, where's Jim McCann? Jim McCann, let us join Jim McCann. Come in here and take your seat here. I want to talk to you as well, because you're helping everybody else as well. Yeah. Sit down there now. You see, I want to tell you that sitting here during rehearsal, Jim McCann earlier on leaned over to me and said, "Tonight will either end in tears or it'll be a great night." Are you casting aspersions on these people?
No, but I've just been told I'm supposed to be in that seat.
That's all right. Sit in that seat then. Go on, sit in that. Take your yoke with you then. I want to talk to you about learning German. Why did you have to learn German?
I didn't have to learn German, Gay. What happened was, when the lads joined me, John Sheehan particularly had gone to the trouble of learning German so that he could introduce the songs and explain what they were about. And I thought this was great. It was greatly appreciated by the punters, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they loved it.
Even though the German wasn't great, they appreciated it.
Yeah.
So I said, I'd have a go at this as well. And I hadn't had as much time as John. John had really done it properly, you know. So I said, I'll do it. So I kidnapped the tour bus driver. And by rote, I learned, you know, how to... For instance, things like 4 green fields.
Yes.
They thought it was about 4 green fields. You know, the Germans...
Are very reasonable.
Very literal, you know, which is why all the great works on philosophy are written in German, because there's no shades of grey, you know. And I remember one night I was thrilled with myself. I was going to sing Bull of Vogue, and I had asked, what was the bus driver's name? Willie the Lion.
Willie Rosenbaum.
Willie Rosenbaum.
He's famous.
Famous character, yeah. Willie the Lion, he was called. And I was stuck at the part. I had already figured out how to say this famous man, priest, very heroic man, and I had got to the part where he was burned on the rack. Rack didn't mean a thing. Rack. We eventually, between us, figured out that, what about the old funeral pyre that witches were burned on? I said, that'll do, that'll get the idea across. Now, the word he gave me for that was Scheiterhaufen.
Trouble there straight away, Jim.
I would have thought so. Scheiterhaufen. The actual phrase was, auf dem Scheiterhaufen verbrannt. He was burned at the funeral, on the pyre. And I went on, I think it was Hamburg. And I went on anyway, through myself, went through the whole thing. I had them there. And they were all going, it's a terrible, sad story, you know. And I went, auf dem Scheiterhaufen verbrannt. Which, at least one person in the audience knows is a very rude word for toilet.
This priest was burned in the toilet.
Burned alive in the toilet, yeah. But not, if I can emphasize that toilet isn't the word.
I see, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, quite.
This is a family show, Gabe.
Indeed, yes. Never stopped us before, but however.
Up to then, everything was grand. Everybody's going, oh. And suddenly the place dissolved into laughter. Anyway, I'll do a long version of the national anthem and then I'll go home, right?
You have spoken, Jim, about the dangers of this popularity, of this great popularity for people in show business.
Well, in my case, when I joined the lads, they were already an enormous, huge name around the world. None of us here actually realised it, even though I knew them for God knows how long. Nobody realised how big they were, sort of in Northern Europe, particularly. And I remember the first year I travelled with them, which was 74, I think. And everybody I met, like in Scandinavia or Germany or Belgium or Holland, I'd sort of say, getting on great, and sort of say, don't forget to look me up, by the way, if you're ever in Ireland, you know. And wrong. I remember the following summer, I was sitting at home and my wife said, Jim, there are 2 huge people with knapsacks coming up to the front door. And I said, oh, because I'd already had an inkling at this stage. And I said, oh, I'm not here. And I heard her open the door and say, hello. We are here to stay with Jim McCann for the summer. And Phyllis going, Well, unfortunately, he's gone to Australia or Mars or America or whatever it is. Said, that's no problem. He said, his house is my house.
Out.
I'm not here.
Oh dear, oh dear. That'll teach you.
It's easy done, you know.
They take
I'll
you
just
at
hit
your
this for a
word.
moment.
They take you at your word.